The Democratic-led House passing a resolution formalizing the impeachment inquiry into President Trump. Other than two Democrats, it went along party lines, but leaders from both sides not holding back.
What has changed since March? In all the hearings, there's nothing compelling, nothing overwhelming. So the Speaker should follow her own words on what bipartisan vote on that floor and in the sham that has been putting this country through this nightmare.
It's about the truth and it's about the Constitution, and we're very working hard to defend our democracy. Because if we don't have a system of checks and balances, we might as well all just elect a president and go home.
It is a sad day. It really is for this country. What the Democrats have put our nation through for now almost 4 years. And all we went through with the whole Mueller thing, and now this. And now this today.
When a president abuses his or her office, when a president sacrifices the national interest, when a president refuses to defend the Constitution and does so for the purpose of advancing a personal or political agenda, the founders provided the remedy.
The White House issuing a response right after the votes were counted, saying the president has done nothing wrong. And from President Trump, a tweet, the greatest witch hunt in American history. Let's bring in Arizona Congressman Andy Biggs. He's a member of the House Judiciary Committee. What do you think really changed this morning?
Well, nothing really changed, because even after the vote, Adam Schiff has absolute control over the process. You know, Dana, from the day they announced they were going to have this vote, he's had 3 days of closed-door hearings. He's got a whole bunch of closed-door hearings next week. Nothing has really changed about the way this is going to go forward. They've already predetermined their outcome. They're just trying to figure out how to break it over to the Judiciary Committee and to the American people.
I wanted to ask you about something. I think it's almost untenable to think about having 6 different committees investigate one issue and how they keep track of all of that, how you all keep track of all of that, or the president's supposed to deal with it. Tell me about what you think in terms of their process of having 6 different committees, now including the one that you're on, Judiciary, be a part of this.
Well, I mean, that's one of the big problems with this whole thing, is the process has been tainted. I mean, they didn't do anything by the House rules or the precedents of the House. And so we're on the Judiciary Committee. Normally that would go through the Judiciary. But those of us who sit there, we were doing this for like 6 months, and then all of a sudden it went to Adam Schiff and Foreign Affairs, for Pete's sakes, and
right.
Oversight and Intel. I mean, so you have committees that have no jurisdiction over this, and normally, and actually behind closed doors, the Democrats have been fighting tooth and nail on the jurisdictional issue here. But it's just been confusing. It's very difficult. The president has trouble. People say to me, why aren't you guys defending on substance? Well, we're trying to defend on substance, but with 6 committees and there's no real open doors in any of them, you have no substance coming out, except for today's kind of the first day we've seen some substance with the Morrison testimony. Congressman,
you saw this vote today mostly along party lines. Only 2 Democrats that voted against it, Colin Peterson from Michigan and Van Drew from New Jersey. The Republicans, in some ways, I think this could be quite a uniting event. And I understand, are you headed up to the White House today to talk a little bit more about this?
Well, I won't disclose whether I'm going to the White House or not, but I would say this, Dana, you're exactly right that it is a uniting thing, because we look at it, and what we've seen of substance indicates the president is absolutely absolved. There's no there. And I think Mr. Morrison's testimony today was instructive of that. So, I mean, when he says the transcript's accurate and he was not concerned of whether there was any illegal conversation in that phone call, I think that kind of undermines everything they're saying. And maybe if we can get that pulled out, you're going to see a different approach in the future.
All right, Congressman Andy Biggs, we appreciate you coming on, and we'll keep in touch. Thank you.
Thanks, Dana.